Hey guys, what's going on? It's Alex from Fitment Industries, and today we're doing another tire review, and today we're doing it on the Michelin Pilot Sport 4S's. Now, the 4S is Michelin's answer to the competition. So if you guys didn't know, Michelin is a very transparent company, and what they pretty much said is that the Super Sports have been a tire that really kind of set the benchmark of tires when it came to, well, good summer tires that anybody could buy. And over time, the competitors caught up. You had Toyos, you had Nittos, you had everybody coming out with different summer tires that tried to do what the Super Sports could do. Finally, Michelin said, all right, let's make an update to the Super Sports. And their answer was, because the Super Sports are no longer being made, the 4S's. Now, we decided to put a set on a BMW. It's got the N54, it's got a couple extra goodies, silvers, coilovers, and a bunch of other stuff that he's planning on doing. He wants to get it ready for the track and just having some fun, obviously driving it to work and back. So first off, the 4S's are by far exactly what Michelin tells you that they are. They're a great summer tire that have a bunch of different options available in terms of what it's good at. It's good in the rain, it's good in the cold, it's good in the warm, it's good when it's heated up to temp, it's good at pretty much everything Michelin says it is. And now, one of the biggest things that people ask is, are they the best? And the 4S's, I would say, are pretty darn close to the best that you could possibly get for a summer toy or a summer vehicle. So there's a couple things that the 4S's have that I think really kind of set it apart from other wheels out there. So the first thing that they have is a dynamic response tech, which essentially is within the tire, and what it allows it to do is you get almost like different tire compounds depending on what you're doing with the tire. So if you're under heavy load, if you're under heavy cornering, because of the way that they build the tire, it has different compounds in different sections of the tire. And we've actually talked about that in our tire talk. And what that allows you to do is it gets you the traction that you need when you're going under heavy loads or when you're going around turns or anything like that. And it's also going to give you the reliability and the quietness when you're not doing those things, because you don't always want, you know, a big soft traction patch. You're not always gonna want a big heavy traction path. You're gonna want a combination of the two. So Michelin has figured out a way to put the right compound in the right space, right spots of the tire, so that, you know, when you're driving casually, you're not gonna notice that you have a performance tire underneath you, but when you're going under turns or maybe you're going under heavy load, you do notice it. You notice it actually very, very well. Another cool thing about the Michelin 4S's is that once they're up to temp, you do almost get a harsher compound for driving, because it's starting to recognize where the actual full heat cycle is at, and the 4S does a great job at getting up to temp and kind of staying there without necessarily ruining any drive quality, which is really, really cool. The biggest problem that most summer tires have is that they're not very consistent, and what I mean by that is, when you have a summer tire, there's always a weakness. It's water, it's cold, it's, you know, anything. It could be traction path, it could be life. The 4S's just don't have it. A lot of summer tires, I mean, even when I talked about the Proxy 888Rs, is that their life was next to nothing. These have a very good lifespan. In fact, most people are reporting right around 27,000 miles on these tires, with even Michelin offering, I believe it's a 20,000 mile warranty. So they are a very good tire that lasts a long time. They do tremendously well in all sorts of weather, all sorts of conditions, all sorts of traction, and they come standard on a lot of awesome cars. You know, if you're getting a 4S, you are going to be paying a little bit of extra money, and that's probably one of the biggest negatives, is the price. But Michelin touts itself as being one of the best tires that you can get for your car is the 4S. And I think that's where it really comes down to is what is best for your car, because if you want something that is going to have pretty much everything in one barrel, no questions asked, out the door with everything you want, the 4S is definitely your answer. Now, if you're looking to stretch a tire or do something like that or go down a size, these are not gonna be the tires for you. They don't stretch worth a damn. They don't really do anything that, I mean, I wouldn't necessarily, they're even the most aggressive looking. They're not flashy, they're functional. They're a very functional tire. And the best thing about that is that Michelin's consistency to the 4S and how they've made this tire really the benchmark again, just like they did with the Super Sport, is bar none. And it definitely touts a good name, because even though the 4S is expensive, even though the 4S obviously doesn't stretch or anything like that, it's a dang good tire. And if you're willing to pay the money to get these tires, it's definitely worth it. So that is our review on the Michelin Pilot Sport 4S's. all in all, great tire, definitely a 10 out of 10. I mean, these things grip like nobody's business, even when we're going around and we're having fun. But at the same time, if you're paying a lot of money, you better get what you want. So I'm Alex from Fitment Industries. Let us know what you would like to see cover next. We have some Nitto Neogens we can cover, SU1s. Just let us know. We'd like to see what you guys think about these video series. But I'm Alex from Fitment Industries, and if you're looking to get tires, check out fitmentindustries.com and pick yourself up some Michelin Pilots 4S's because, you know, why not? We'll see you later. Peace.